I want to make a real quick point about Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who was on his way out the door. Thank the Lord. In the words of my grandmother, thank the Lord. I should be more fair because he at least appeared to be. I don't know. I'm not even going to go there because I question his motives. But anywho, yesterday, the observation that I'd like to make. Yesterday, Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, they spoke for the first time since late October. That's it's monumental. It really is. But I want to caution you. Don't get high on the hopium. I have talked about hopium several times on this podcast. We've talked about how, especially Nancy Pelosi, in the last few months, how she went around, stimulus is coming. I'm hopeful. Yes. I feel stimulus in my bones. If you heard other segments of this episode today, specifically the segment where I talked about how Mitch McConnell is lying, you will understand that no matter how much hopium you do, how much hopium you were sold, that nothing is going to happen as long as Mitch McConnell is in the way. How is he in the way? By holding the majority. And the only way that we are going to get something is to kapitch to the Mitch. But whatever you do, I observed a lot of this yesterday. I observed a lot of people, a lot of pundits, really jumping and stumping and clapping and saying that, this is it. I feel stimulus in my bones. This is not it. This is a show. And what I don't want, especially because we've been hearing about how unfortunate events such as suicides have been on the rise due to people finding themselves in positions where they are forced to go without, they're forced to make tough decisions. I don't want you living your life in this moment as if some savior is on the way. For those of you, for instance, who have been utilizing the eviction moratorium, that is ending for you the end of this month. You might be very hopeful in stimulus because, hey, that might help you, especially if you are getting unemployment. If you're getting some sort of back pay from unemployment, I could really use that to stay in my home if we get it. I don't want you betting on positive change in this moment. Not because I'm some negative Nancy, but because the evidence is borne out that positive change is not likely at this moment. The conditions are not conducive to that, conditions and people. And so I don't want you to be in a situation where you were downtrodden, where you were contemplating suicide, where you were contemplating harming others, or, all because you were given hopium and you were meant to think that this was finally going to be the time that you got help. Because I can tell you this is not it. Now, I could be wrong, but it's best to operate in this moment as if help is not coming, and be pleasantly surprised if it does. But don't plan for it to come. Okay? That's all I have to say about that.